I'm Nick Altmeyer with linkinglewiscounty.com. We're here this afternoon with Reegan Domagala, who was just crowned the Dairy Princess for Lewis County. The pageant was actually on April 28th, which is this past Saturday.
Yes.
So Reegan will be filling the role for the next year and will be competing in the state pageant in February. So she just informed us that they had the largest court ever this year, with over 20 girls on the court as well, and they range in age from 9 to 21. So Reegan's going to talk a little bit about why she wanted to be the Dairy Princess. I know she's been an ambassador for the past 6 years. Her family has a dairy farm in Port Leyden, and so she's just going to talk a little bit about why she wanted to run for Dairy Princess, and then some of the responsibilities that carries. So.
Thank you, Nick.
Yeah.
So there was many reasons why I wanted to run for Dairy Princess. One being is that I thought that it was my next step after being an ambassador for 6 years. After realizing the struggles and just how hard the times are in the dairy industry right now, I wanted to advocate for others to let them know just how hard dairy farmers are working and how they work every single day to ensure that their cows are just happy and healthy and they're producing the most milk possible. There are so many controversies going around, and I just wanted to be there to advocate for the dairy farmers, to let them know that they have people behind their back, because at the end of the day, the dairy industry is the backbone of this country. So I wanted to be there to let people know that.
Okay. And as far as, so there's new farm bill will be going through Congress this year, things along that line. Will you be taking any part in some of the discussions and advocating as far as that goes?
Yes, so my family has attended many events with Ken Blankenbush and other governors and such, and I definitely would like to attend those to be there to represent our industry.
Okay. So what are some of the responsibilities that you'll have to be carrying out over the next year?
Yes, so there are many responsibilities as the Lewis County Dairy Princess, one being going to schools all over the counties for school presentations to inform the children the importance of dairy and farming. Now, covering school presentations, that's only about kindergarten to 2nd grade, so I definitely want to target the teenage group, and with that I can do refuel with chocolate milk events, and I can go to sports teams all around the county, and after their practice or games they can refuel with chocolate milk, because compared to chocolate milk, or compared to sports drinks and water, chocolate milk actually has double the amount of carbohydrates and protein, so it's perfect for replenishing tired muscles. So letting them know that dairy is the right choice in the teenage area, I think, is awesome. And another awesome event that we definitely are involved in the Dairy Princess program is the Lewis County Fair. So you definitely will see us in the parades, and make sure to always stop by at the dairy building, and you can get ice cream personally scooped by the princess and her court. And like you said, our court is the biggest ever. I'm very excited to do many new events since we have such a large court this year.
Okay. So I know you mentioned the fair and some of the activities like that, and we also know coming up, June will be Dairy Month. So
yes.
We've already invited you to come back sometime in June to talk a little bit about Dairy Month, the importance of that, and I think you guys are working out some of the events that you'll be doing for Dairy Month. So we'll discuss that a little bit at a later date, unless you have anything that you wanted to share right now for Dairy Month.
Nope, just that make sure you all stay tuned, because we have a lot of new events and fun things planned, so definitely stay tuned.
Okay. And I guess, so we went through the events and things like that. You also got a $600 scholarship for being Dairy Princess. You told me that you're studying at, this is your first year at Clarkson, that you actually graduated high school a year early, and you're a freshman at Clarkson this year. What are you studying at Clarkson, and what do you hope to accomplish with that?
So I decided to graduate a year early from high school. I thought that was the best choice for me, and it couldn't have gone any more smoothly. I went to Clarkson University because they had the program for the early college program there. However, Clarkson is awesome, but they do not have the major that I'm looking for. I would like to be a speech pathologist, and I found that major at Cortland. So I will be transferring to SUNY Cortland next year to finish my master's in speech pathology. And since it is right in the heart of Syracuse and Ithaca, I will be able to do many events if I do become state princess right there.
Okay. And as far, I know that you grew up on a dairy farm and you've been involved in that industry for all of your life. What are some of the challenges that you faced growing up on a dairy farm, and how do you is it a large dairy farm? Like what are some of the lessons that's taught you?
I have learned so many lessons growing up on my dairy farm. We have a 80 cow barn. Right now we are milking about 65 just due to the hardships in farming. And actually I came home from college every single weekend to help out my family because during December of last year my dad actually had to take on a second job on top of farming as a milk tester in Jefferson County. My mom also had to take on a second job just because of the hardships in the dairy industry right now. So I thought that it was nothing more than just me being a good daughter to come and help them out because they definitely needed it. I know that dairy farmers all over are struggling so much, and the least that I could do was help out my own family.
Can you explain a little bit what some of the challenges are in the dairy industry right now? I know it has to do with low milk pricing, I think high feed prices, things along those lines.
Yep, so basically there's a surplus in milk, and due to that, the prices of the milk that people are buying is not going to the farmers, is not going directly to their pocket, it's going to these bigger companies. And so when people are buying milk, you would think that it goes right to the farmers, but that's the total opposite of what is happening. So I just feel like I need to get my word out there and try to get other people's word out there to just go. And the one thing that I would just tell people is to just buy more dairy if you can, and we'll just see where that takes us.
Okay. Well, did you have anything else that you wanted to add today?
Nope, I think that's all.
Okay. Well, congratulations on being the Lewis County Dairy Princess, and we'll be seeing a lot of you at events throughout the summer. And like I said, Reegan will be back in June to discuss Dairy Month a little bit. So thank you for taking the second to come in this afternoon.
Yes.